Do you even realize how lucky you are to be able to just sit here in peace while there's others out there struggling by getting gadooshed every day? Huh? You ever stop to think about those people? And by people, I mean that one guy, Wes Watson. I've made a video on Wes Watson in the past, like 6 months ago, where he got absolutely embarrassed on this podcast panel where he looked like the most insecure little bitch of all time. And since then, he's only continued to self-sabotage, melt down, and just devolve into this slug person who is constantly arguing with Reddit every day.
Message. There is really a person who wrote me bragging about how big of a Reddit page they have talking shit about me. Like, that's a bad thing. There's that many people that are so worried about me that I'm famous as a motherfucker. I have that many haters. That's how amazing I am at doing what I do. I trigger that many lames. The guy used the word gadooshing. The guy said that they're on there gadooshing me.
A pathetic monologue trying to put on a strong face, but it's clear that this is affecting him on a deep personal level. He's trying to cope with the biblical gadooshing that he's been receiving for the last couple months. So Wes Watson is your generic ChatGPT AI spit out life coach where he doesn't actually do anything. He just asks people to give him money and he tells them that they're going to be successful for doing it. That's his whole life. He just takes money from people and buys cars with it and then yells in his cars about why he needs more money to teach more people to become millionaires. He has a whole channel dedicated to just whining to his followers about giving him money, how he needs more money. He is literally just a dominatrix that desperate dudes will pay and think that somehow they're going to make money from it or he's going to impart wisdom on them. Meanwhile, Wes doesn't actually have a business. His business is looking for pay piggies that will pay him under the ruse that he's going to give them life advice, but he openly mocks them for doing it too. It's this like crazy cycle.
These are the people who make the videos calling studs like me fake alphas. Oh my God!
Wes Watson has become a full-blown special grade lol cow over the last few months, and I have been tuned into the soap opera. I check in on the lore with Wes Watson every couple weeks, so I watch his newest rants, and I also watch content creators that cover him like Too Lazy to Try or John Bravo. And it's just such a joyful frolic through unhinged delusion with this maniac. He loves to brag about being in jail. Like, in every video you'll see of his, he'll mention jail at least 3 or 4 times pretty much. That's his bread and butter. Yeah, when I was locked up, I learned to put toothpicks on my nipples. Like, it's just the most out of nowhere shit. And somehow that makes him qualified as a life coach. And one thing he's always really proud of when he mentions jail is like how flexible his anus is. So he's constantly talking about like hooping his paperwork and sticking things in his butt and like showing his butt to other people in jail. Like, he even said that people wouldn't even recognize him by his face sometimes. They recognized him by his brown balloon knot, by his fucking asshole. Like, it's so fascinating. It's so interesting.
You know they love to see them buttholes. They want you to wink at them the whole nine. So I gotta show them. They want to see. They only know you by your butthole in there. They see my face and they're like, oh, who are you again? And then I just bend over. I show them the. Oh, Wes Watson, how you doing, bro? What's up? Nice to meet you again.
So the man was talking about, you know, how much gaboofing he used to do, and now he's out here complaining about getting gadooshed. You know, it's so weird. I feel like he'd be like honored to be gadooshed as much as he is, but he keeps going like steam out of his ears, furious about it. And it is always amazing to hear him talk about it. I swear, every time Wes Watson says gadoosh, an angel gets its wings.
Imagine this stud, this ringleader of Reddit reviewers who gadoosh me. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. No, bro. I was too busy making millions of dollars and not knowing who you are at all while you were gadooshing yourself about me.
I just love it. I absolutely love it. It kind of reminds me of like that old cartoon gag that they do all the time where a character will step on a rake and it hits him in the face. They turn around, step on another rake, it hits him in the face, and it just goes back and forth a couple times. That's Wes Watson with gadooshing. He is just constantly getting big time gadooshed. And he pretends to play it off like he doesn't care, but he's the guy who cares the most in the world about everything. He argues with everyone, even through text messages, even through Instagram DMs, on Reddit. He is constantly arguing with anybody that doesn't like him, yet pretends like, I don't even know who you are. I'm too busy making millions of dollars and having six sums with all supermodels. By the way, there's even lore behind that. So, like, he has a girlfriend that he shows in content, but apparently it's actually an escort that he rents to be in the videos. Like, it goes crazy. I haven't dove too deep into all of that, but there's just so much there to the Wes Watson cinematic universe. You know what I mean? It's so easy to get wrapped up in the craziness of it, which is why I check in so frequently.
When you see someone as amazing as Wes Watson on your screen, you couldn't fathom how it could be real. It's gotta be all fake. Because I could never even understand how the fuck someone would pay $95,000 a month in rent. So I'm just gonna talk shit that he rents his pad, and I'm gonna fully just skip over the understanding that I don't have $95,000 a month, and I'm in his comments all buck-toothed and cross-eyed, all, he fucking rents his pad. But he leaves out the whole point that he rents it for $95,000 a month and writes that $95,000 a month off to where it's a massive tool for building his business, an expense that brings in profit.
So when he's not yelling about Reddit gadooshing and yelling to his followers about how they're pathetic brokies who can't afford $3,000 for a life-changing course that he offers, he's sometimes giving this kind of speech, and this is like the standard playbook for life coaches, the no-nonsense, tough guy, tough love approach. You're broke, you're pathetic. You're insulting me for renting my place, you just don't understand it. And I guess it can work on shaming some people into it, but I think that is so fucking sad. So what he's saying here is a bunch of baloney. This is actual fish paste. So he's renting this extremely expensive place, all to look cool on camera. He's paying $95,000 a month to rent this place just to flex it on the people that are paying for it, for him to live there. It's so fucking weird. So if anyone here has a functioning frontal lobe, you'll know why it's a super stupid idea to pay $95,000 in rent. And he desperately tries to reach into that chocolate starfish of his to try and find some kind of explanation for why he's doing it, and he comes up with this, where you guys don't even fathom the $95,000 that it takes to rent this place. You don't have it. You're more pathetic because you can't afford to waste $95,000 on this kind of place. Meanwhile, even if everyone in the world had that kind of disposable income, most people are sane enough to not do this because you are pissing it away. You're not even building equity. You have nothing to show for it. You are flushing it down the shitter, Wes. And he's trying to say, like, no, it's good for the business. It's good for the business. It's going to turn profit. No, it's not. It's not doing that. I guess you can almost make an argument for Wes specifically because his followers see flashy thing and it's like caveman brain, like neuron activate. Wes have flashy thing. I want flashy thing. He say I only need to spend $3,000 to maybe get it. Okay. Like, I guess it can kind of work in his line there, but it's the stupidest shit ever. Paying $95,000 to rent a mansion just to look cool on camera is so pitiful. Like, it's actually sickening. And I'll go ahead and show you another quick Wes Watson montage clip here, where he's just melting down at his followers for being too broke and they shouldn't be complaining about how expensive his courses are.
The fact that there's so many fucking grown men and women who don't have 20 fucking grand. Oh my God, that would be lame. Holy shit. Do you know most people I know got millions? Like, and we're not special. Like, we're at the bottom. Like, having some M's is whatever. And you motherfuckers don't have 20 grand and say it's expensive. And the program doesn't even start it starts at $3,000. You guys.
$3,000? He's basically giving it away for free. Wow, Wes. $3,000 to just get berated in like daily uploads from Wes, freaking out about nothing because he is perpetually livid. This man only has one emotion, and it's anger. That's it. I don't think I've ever seen him calm at all. Even when he's living like his super successful, happy life, he's mad about it. He's mad at somebody. He's arguing with some ghost. It's so weird. But man, it is captivating, which is why I tune in every couple of weeks. I have only made one video on Wes, but I've talked about him on stream a few times, just, you know, going through the exposition and the new stuff in the Wes Watson lore. And I just had to talk about it today because I caught up today and I could not stop giggling at this new arc we find ourselves in the Wes Watson anime, the Gadooshing arc. This is probably my favorite so far. The gadooshing is actual top tier content. So just wanted to talk about it a bit. That's it. See ya.